Hello. Hello. Welcome. Uh Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Good Friday if you're celebrating Easter. Uh so yeah. I don't know what sheet this is on. So let's talk about unexpected error has occurred. All right, let's just hope that this Excel sheet doesn't blow up. So yeah, let's talk about early bronze. Let's see. I have not played the weekly bronze before. So, but I have been playing a bit of the daily bronzes, and I have been playing the double elimination. Um, my best finish, I think, is looking at this is a third, fourth. So I've gotten a few choice packs. Uh, Let me see. Let me put this back up top, and we can talk about this. Um, so this is what I've been doing for daily tournaments. I think the way they've set up the tournaments is that it's really difficult to get data for them, and so a lot of the modeling that I've been doing has been poor. Uh, but I do okay, and I think it's a lot of it is just kind of double checking that things are kind of correct. Um, so early bronze is the only. Where is it? Where's early bronze? Early bronze is the only modern format, and I think the weekly is also a modern format. Um, so where's no, we're going weekly. Um, but it's best of five. So for best of five, you can maybe cheat if you're really careful in terms of your rotation and stuff. But I recall being told that that's generally not a good idea. Uh, what do I want to do? I want to pull some early bronze data because I think I have an extra early bronze, and we'll take a look at a few of these this morning because we still have lots of time. The last early bronze I had is this one, which is the last one I have. Okay. Um, so we'll look at a few. We'll look at a few things. Okay, so if I do this, do we go back to the sheet? We do. So these are the two early bronzes. Obviously, this is like super small in terms of samples and all that jazz, but it's still kind of neat. Uh, you can see that, as much as people say power and I is dominant, you can see that like the weighted ratings for at least the early bronze, you kind of, I think there's still a smattering of just like teams putting in whatever cards. Um, in terms of pitcher ratings, stuff is up. People still playing lots of high home run guys, and then PBABIP's down. Big thing everyone's talking about is the tournament run environment broken. I don't know. Uh, that's a lot lower than it has been historically. Uh, all these other numbers kind of are in line with what we've seen in previous years of tournaments. So, yeah, right now, what that probably means is, um, you want three true outcomes. um, and then I've updated the sheet. This is kind of similar to what we've been showing in the past. So now I have a PA limit, and I don't necessarily graph these individually, but you can kind of see, you know, generally the trends. Uh, you know, a few of the times I've had to go to linear because this little whale tail is actually shifted, and then I get some really funky results where guys with like 10 I or 10 power are like predicted to hit 50 home runs, and it's like, oh wait, that's doesn't make any sense. So if you are modeling, it's always good to kind of double check. I don't do it as often as I should. and that's when I make some silly mistakes. Um, so if we just kind of look at the batters and go through Joey Gallo, anyone who's kind of played bronze or silver or whatever, like Jimmy Ryan, is pretty good. Cullenbine has been a guy that's kind of popped up a lot recently. This Mark Teixeira card I haven't really looked at. So let's load into Friday Bronze and take a quick look. So Friday Bronze. Let's see. Third base, first base. Teixeira was snapshot. So yeah, so in like previous years and even last year, you kind of want a shape where, well, I guess last year you'd want that BABIP up, and you wouldn't really care about AVK, and then the gap you wouldn't really care about in the eye. But I feel like the way I've seen stuff kind of trending is you want kind of like an L shape, so big eye, or maybe I don't like it, upside down F. We can call that. Where like really it's just you want power in eye, and you know AVK and BABIP and stuff kind of is icing on top. Jimmy Wood's good, Shim's good. Like anyone who's played bronze, this probably doesn't seem that shocking. Kingman probably is getting a little bit outplayed. Again, these aren't necessarily the best. We can kind of just take a little look. Logan Morrison with that 41 plate appearances. It's a little challenging. Paul Molitor again, not a lot. Mark DeRosa is probably the everyone's fan favorite right now. Ryan Creedler, this card's popped up, and I've played him a few times. I haven't really looked too closely as to how well he's done. Catchers, Ernie Witt, Team Canada manager. He's been pretty good, but it's still a lot of stuff still kind of up in the air. Jimmy Ryan, obviously the best. Gorman Thomas, I know people say that he's still one of the top bats in silver. Yeah, probably. He's a little silly. Bring him up. The tournament Friday low silver. Good luck to everyone on the Friday low silver. Gorman Thomas. Where is Gorman? Like he obviously can't play defense, and I wonder as we get like maybe a little bit more power creep and like these defensive numbers kind of go up, because I don't really see these batting ratings going any further, but who knows? So I definitely like see the AVK, not even the AVK. I would say like later on in the year I'd probably see better fielding, and I'm not sure exactly how that's going to impact everything. Let's see, outfielders. Jimmy Wynn, that's pretty obvious. Rob Deere, PT23. Gallo and right, that's probably a good move. Kirk Gibson is a card that I haven't been playing, but I guess if you're kind of focused on platoons, that's probably a good idea. And then shortstop, Herman Long and Woody Held. I forget who I've been playing. Not those guys, but I haven't really been that successful. So yeah, so if we go to kind of the predictions, these are the crack predictions based off of the early bronze. We'll take a look at the weekly data as well. But William Rosario, I think I've looked at that card. See, this is where I'm kind of anxious about what the model is saying, but yeah, if the BABIP wasn't so suppressed, like that would kind of make sense. But he probably plays. I don't know. Um, my headphone like to turn off every so often. Hold on.
Mic on. Mic feedback on.
Mic on. Let's squash that. So yeah, not necessarily a card I'd recommend playing, but you know, it's always fun to kind of experiment. Let's see if I do this, and then I do. Wait. There we go. There we go. Okay, back to a sheet. We can kind of dig into this to kind of see. So this is just the data. So if we go look at the card DB and we clear some stuff out and we, filter by only eligible cards, we can do some. Let's not care about pictures right now. Let's stop here. Let's hide these. And then card values. We don't care about card types. We don't care about. Let's hide these. Actually, let's view freeze panes. Freeze panes. Is that gonna work? So if I come over here, well, it has card ID, but we can kind of sort of see, who would be leading in home runs. And this is kind of like, I haven't had a chance to do this, but this is probably good to kind of verify. Like Dave Kingman hitting 43 home runs and 600 plate appearances. That kind of, I don't know, that gels to me, I guess. So, yeah. Because in game, like if we go in game, go and sort by, batting ratings and then all cards and all players and power. Oh, this is bronze only. Oh, so yeah. This is early bronze, so that's why. So yeah, Gorman Thomas has the most power. Gorman Thomas is predicted to have the most home runs. Shocking. Shocking, I know. But like, I guess this is where the extra base hits and the BABIP, you can see that the regressions are not the worst. I'm only predicting off of it looks like 15. So yeah, it's super small. And how do you kind of I think I'm polynomial, so yeah. So even then you can kind of see that there's a cluster here and then there's a cluster. Oh wait, I'm not showing that. So yeah, not a lot of samples, but it's generally, it's a trend. And I think that right now, while everyone's kind of trying to figure out the game, unless you know stuff, and if you know stuff, because I don't really know anything. Perfect timing for the stream. I'm trying to build for the bronze only tourney right now. Exactly, Jim Bowden. That's why I did this, because I'm also trying to build for the bronze tourney right now. I was a little skeptical when it got booted from 128 to 256, but yeah, kind of glad it did, and it looks like it's gonna fire on time, which is, or it's already full, so that's good. Without all my, yes. Okay, so let's talk about pitching. So this is daily early bronze that I'm looking at. We'll take a look at the bronze data in a bit. But in terms of just like, this is from the daily early. It's only 2 tournaments. It's not a lot, and you can kind of see people like Aaron Sanchez, Larry Shaney. I haven't seen that card before, but the way I'm generating PWOBA is basically I'm looking at the amount of balls in play and the hits and balls in play hits, and then kind of using the, where is it? Using the, I have it somewhere. The singles, doubles, and triple rates of the format, and then mapping that out. So a lot of these cards I haven't really played before. Ted Lilly, Jumbo Elliott is down here and definitely played. I haven't had a chance to convert. This is the pitcher WOBA based on the format's weightings. I haven't converted that to runs allowed yet, but you can kind of see there's quite a big swath, but he's definitely been used the most. So if I do some fancy conditional formatting and do some data bars, you can kind of see. He's definitely in, at least in the daily early bronze, and then for relievers, you kind of see a lot of Wilbur Wood. I've been playing Wilbur Wood. I've been playing Ace Adams. Haven't been playing Gene Crap. Haven't been playing. Duggleby has shown up a bit. So yeah. So I'm going to, let's move over to the weekly sheet, because I have to redo this one sheet, and then just a moment. So if I go in weekly, all right. So if I do this, what do we get? No, we get that sheet. Okay, that's not the sheet I want. So let's close this. Okay, now if we go here, okay, so this is from the weekly data. Not as many plate appearances, obviously, but you know, we can see what we have. One thing that I've had issues with in the past is I sometimes being bad, but this looks generally kind of how I would expect it to look. But, you know, if we go back, so, you know, it's not that terrible. It's going to predict guys with like low I are still bad, but nothing too worrisome. Double check power. Power looks fine. The polynomial, yeah, that's all looks good. And then let's look at our pitching regressions. Ooh. Pitching regressions kind of look generally okay for polynomial. K floor, which I don't really think that there should, well, maybe. Ooh, walks. Yeah, walks are, this is generally, and then P home run and P BABIP, they've been just all over the place. So I think doing kind of a linear approximation is probably okay. And then P BABIP, is pretty flat, which, you know, is kind of indicative. So if we look here, like again, P BABIP, 260, way lower. I don't really have, the ERA is probably still kind of, well, I think for those of you who played PT22, I only started to kind of do data captures in near the second half of Perfect Team 22, but I feel like the run environment is fine. BABIP is a little low, and all the other numbers seem okay. It's just yeah, that BABIP number, which I don't know. I think if you looked at data last year, I think it's just I think it's complicated to balance everything. So yeah. All right. Enough of me just looking at a spreadsheet and talking. Let's make a team. So I personally like to bronze only. So okay, I have to fix this because it's not just 69 nice. It's actually greater than equal to 60 as well. So basically, I take the card DB, I set whether or not they're eligible, and then I use that to drive what to do. And I basically have a bunch of different predictions. Gary Sanchez, I've played in the past. Actually, no, let's talk about the pitchers. Luke Walker. I have noticed that stamina is important. And I feel like for an open. What is this? What is this tournament format? Is it a round robin to start? No. Series of best of 5. Okay, so best of 5. Good questions. Good questions. And the questions I'm thinking about is 56 stamina too little? I would say yes. I'm fairly conservative. So, you know, let's look. We want Walk, Sanchez, McNally. I've liked a lot, and then let's throw Warden in. Let's just take everything from the sheet. How are we gonna figure stuff out if we don't try stuff? So go pitchers, starters, sort by name, and then we got Mr. Walk here, who's a ground ball. We got Aaron Sanchez, Blue Jays legend, who's also a ground ball. We got Oral. I don't think I've watched. What was that? That zombie movie or zombie TV series on HBO? Where they said Coral. I just remember the meme. That's all. Randomly searching for Hershiser if I could read it. Oral is a ground ball. McNally. I've really liked the McNally card. Walking Dead. That's it. Thank you. Fly ball. McNally's been good, and that kind of, to me, like I feel like McNally's been good. And I know people say don't care about fly ball, ground ball. Play the best defense. Blah blah blah. But considering I have three ground ball pitchers, I may look for more defense. So I typically like to go and build it through that, and then or pick my pitchers first, and then let's start looking at some batters. So we know we're going to take Gorman Thomas. Really, the question is, what do we do up the middle? Considering looking at kind of the WRC plus for these batters, and yeah, it's small sample size. I'm gonna go with maybe Woody Held. I know a lot of people, like the data suggests, are playing kind of. Let's fix this. Make it a little easier to see what's happening. So like, oh no, people are playing Woody Held. Yeah. Or Jody Reed or Herman Long. So it's interesting that Herman Long, let's take a look at the difference between Herman Long and Woody held. Congratulations, I bought Brad Hop. I think that was for the low silver. So, unfortunately, he doesn't play in the Friday bronze only. What did we wanted to see the difference between not pitching ratings. Let's just start by P10. Woody Held versus Herman Long. So, defensively, oh, they're pretty close. Okay. Offensively, I would probably give it to Herman Long. The AVK is higher. The power is lower, but I think because the I is higher and because of the base running, I think Herman Long is probably the better play. And it's probably why everyone's been playing them who's smarter than me, because, yeah, that looks pretty obvious. Okay, so we have Herman Long. Now if we go back to the sheet, and kind of look at who's playing second. DeRosa's a lot of people have been playing. Morandini. I don't know what's actually useful in terms of defense, but we can go and sort. And let's just say we want someone who's greater than 75 infield range. You got DeRosa or you got Lonnie Frey, and DeRosa looks like way better in terms of WRC plus. So let's just go and do that. Easy decisions. And then I think some of these other ones, it's kind of automatic. Actually, with Chipper Jones, I have a few of them. I was dumb and I bought them when I really shouldn't have. So Gorman Thomas, whoops. So there is a question about whether to play, this Joey Gallo or to play, where's the other Joey Gallo? There's another Joey Gallo. Or this Joey Gallo. So they're pretty similar. I think it's really based on where you want to play them. Like, I think live Joey Gallo is just, like, he's so much better in the corners that he may be worth a little bit more. But in terms of, like, the batting, I think they're close. Like, I think that live is not as splitty, but some of his other ratings don't quite match. In terms of what I will play, let's see. So yeah, you can see like live Joey Gallo. He's almost as good as Jimmy Wynn according to the thing. But Joey Gallo is a third baseman. There's not like I think this has Chipper in here. If not, I would have to double check. No, we don't have Chipper. Okay, so as I update the sheet, we will just a moment. We will see where the great Chipper Jones, because I can throw in. Whoops, let's go back here and look at special edition. Third base. Compare versus third base Joey Gallo. I don't know. That looks pretty close. That's a lot more green. If we're just doing the summation estimator, count the number of cards on. Okay, here we go. So if I drop this now, and we go back. So my, 100% accurate, please don't use it. This is just me guessing. Model says that, they're pretty similar actually. And if we look at kind of, all batters, Chipper's pretty good, Roy Columbine's pretty good, Jimmy Wynn's pretty good. So yeah, so for science, I will play. I don't know. I'll throw both in. So we. Oh, this is the wrong Gallo, right? Or no, that's the right Gallo. Then we'll activate Chipper Jones because I paid so much money for him. I don't remember. Probably I think I paid 2 or 3K. Not the 11K. I don't think I. Maybe 7. Still, probably not smart of me and then to lock him in. But you know. Okay, so we have Chipper, we have Herman Long, we have a bunch of infielders. What do we need? We need some more. So this is where I would probably say maybe it makes sense to take live Joey Gallo instead of. Well, no, maybe not. Cullenbine, we need. Jimmy Wynn looks good. Do we play Gorman Thomas or do we play Don Locke? Is there anyone with a lot? Let's see who's at like 95 range. Carden Gillenwater. That's not too bad. 85. Let's see if we drop this down. Outfield range down to 90. Jose Siri. I know other people really like this Leonis Martin card. Let's be silly and do that. Let's be silly and do Martin. Let's play some defense. So who did we say we needed? We needed a first baseman, Roy Cullenbine. We needed a center fielder, Leonis Martin. Let's see. Oh, and then I'm guessing it's Ernie Witt at catcher. Yeah, Ernie Witt, and or we could do Cal Raleigh, Ozzie Virgil. Or we could just be silly and play Mike Redmond, but I don't think. I think with that, even with that catcher ability, I don't know. I haven't really been looking at catcher ability, but I would almost play. I think the live cards are better. I think like Vasquez or Betancourt. I've seen some because of that power. Like even I know the eye is pretty bad, but the power and I'm not sure how often people steal. Cal Raleigh has been doing a lot of work, I would say. But yeah, let's throw Cal. What was his nickname? Dump truck. There's a big hoopla. Redmond is my number one. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Does he use platoon well? Not really. Let's drop Wit. Let's drop Wit, and then let's do the silliness and lean into the. Let's fall for the trap card of Mike Redmond. Big dumper. Thank you. He is a big dumper. I'm a Blue Jays fan, and he hurt me personally. Cal Raleigh. Okay, so do we have a team yet? No, we only have 9. What position are we missing? We are missing a right fielder. All right. What does right field mean to us? Build a lineup. Carlos Beltran. Oh, these are all See, this is where I kind of go like, let's just go silly and go defense. If we go 70, it's Barfield, William Pena. So sorry, not sorry. That's fine. It was. I grew up liking Ken Griffey Jr. and playing uh, the SNES Ken Griffey Jr. game. So it was definitely. I grew up a Mariners fan and a Cleveland fan and a Jays fan. Man, this Jesse Barfield card is just all power. I feel like there's better cards. All right, we wanted to play Jimmy Wynn. See, Jimmy Wynn is a card that I feel like has to be played. And then where does that put the... Who's our left fielder? See, this is where and then it's like, well, we don't really have a place for Gallo if we're going to play Chipper. And if we're going to play Chipper... Oh, man. Decisions. We have Herman Long, who should help. Gorman Thomas is going to be DHing, right? Yep, he is. Colin Vine's at first, which kind of makes sense. And then that means I almost want to go and play live Joey Gallo in right field. Because I think he's good in right field. Where's Joseph Gallo? That just looks fun. All right. I think we have a lineup now, right? Gallo in right, Martin first, Wynn is right. Yep. Calarali, super utility, backing up 5 positions. Yeah. This looks okay. And we got 4 spots to play with, and we need middle infielders. Okay, so now we go back here. Oh, yeah, I'm not showing. Okay, so this is what I have. I'll fix that up later, but it's a team, and I think that's all we can ask for at this moment. So we definitely need some more infielders. Platooning. Does Mark DeRosa need to platoon? I wonder. I've always kind of, and this may be why I don't win as much as I do, but I tend to prefer like a balanced lineup. Do you have any tips for how to make the batting order? This year probably you want to sort by eye. There was a I had a thing a while ago about what's the best way. Now the let me find it. I have it. I thought I had it somewhere. Yeah, according here. Let's see. Can I paste this in without it? No. So where according to the book, you should order your lineup as follows: 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is from the book. Is it's I forget who wrote. I don't think it was Tom Tango who wrote the book, but it was basically something I read. I read last year. It was pretty good. It's Bill James? No, Tom Tango. Yeah. So this is probably a good site to go to if you want to read up on like sabermetrics-y stuff. It talks like I bought it. I read through it. It was pretty good. There's a lot of math. I have an engineering background, but I didn't like math that much. So yeah. So you'll see how I do it when I get there. But yeah, let's talk about platoons. Platoons. So how I've been kind of waiting What do the numbers stand for? I think they're like the best batters. So your first, like, you want to bat your best batter first, and then your best second best batter second, and then your third best batter fourth, and then your fourth best batter fourth or third. So, but yeah. So I basically what I do is I blend the ratings based on the observed, and so obviously as things kind of change, as things kind of change, the weightings of the weightings of the ratings change, and then that in turn modifies the projections. So let's go into the game and see who's kind of weak on the weak side. So Redmond, we're not really. Can I go down? No, this is not the right view for this. Let's look by position. Okay, so Gallo. Why did it do that? Gallo can play, both ways probably. Martine, we're not really playing him for the bat, so probably don't really care too much. Gorman Thomas can play both ways. Jimmy Wynn can play both ways. Herman Long, we're not playing him for the bat. Chipper Jones can play both ways. Could platoon him, or we could have a D sub for him. DeRosa can play both ways. See, like I just pick guys who like I don't need. I know like getting the platoon advantage is useful because typically pitchers have weak sides, and so if we go and we look, like, yeah, Oral is pretty not splitty. McNally is not that splitty. Oral McNally. Sanchez is not that splitty. Like Bob Walk is kind of splitty, so it'd be good to have some left-handers against Bob Walk. And then Wharton doesn't look that splitty. Not as splitty as Walk. Okay, so all right, we're gonna go and we're gonna look for big bats, big bats. So if I go here and I insert a slicer and I insert a slicer by bats, and we're gonna come here and we're gonna have the slicer affect all my batting tables. You can't see this because it's in a different window, but now we want only righties. So we have Morgan, Davy Lopez. Let's see Davy Lopez or Lopes. Lopes? Do I have a Davy Lopes? I may have to take a break. My cat likes to knock shit off tables. Where's Lopes? Do I not have a Lopes? Maybe I don't have a Lopes. No, I do not have a Lopes. Well, now I have a Lopes. Let's see. So yeah, so this is kind of, the shape. He's a great base runner, really good base runner. Okay, so we have our now backup second baseman. We got Calarali doesn't have to play every position. Oh, apparently the game likes Lopez over Gorman Thomas, but that's just generally probably not true. We need some flexibility, I think, because I think I built this team where a lot of purpose-built positions, so I think we're going to need some flexibility. Congratulations, Jerry Westside, on your pull. Okay, this is where Denny Hawking is a ridiculous utility player. So let's just activate him and see what how the death chart. See, Denny Hawking just plays everywhere. Perfect. Okay, so we need two more players. We probably don't want Denny Hawking playing short and second. So if we go back, kind of let's look for Creedler. That Creedler card I was talking about. I think he's useful. Congratulations. I bought Tommy Agee. Amazing. Too late though. So who was I saying? I was saying Creedler. Creedler. I think this is. I like this card. I think he's pretty solid. He doesn't have the power. Well, yeah. He's like, it's a lot of it's one of those flat cards, and he can kind of run, but not really. But yeah. So now, is him and Hawking gonna be overlapping? No, Creedler's now playing everywhere. Hawking's playing where Creedler isn't. So now we are at 13, so we need one more. Probably corner, outfield. Maybe Jose Siri. Probably Jose Siri. Let's see. Center field, Jose Siri. Let's just lean into defense. And let's see how silly this depth chart looks. Doesn't look that silly. Okay. I think this is fine. Creedler's probably gonna play second and short. That means, so let's make some of these. We don't need too many depth charts. If you haven't played last year, it's been super difficult. Where is Jody? Sorry, Mr. Audit. The sheet didn't like Jody. People played Jody last week, but only 200 plate appearances, and he's only average. Oh, 100% the sheet is wrong. This is me making very bad decisions on little data. But hey, it's them's the breaks. That's just the way it is. So yeah, okay. Let's look at Jody Reed just to make Mr. Audit happy. Where is he? Non-live, second baseman. Like that looks like a good card. Maybe we can play him. Well, no, we can't. It's either him or Creedler, I would say. So let's make Mr. Audit happy. Let's drop Creedler and let's put in Jody Reed as our middle infield backup. Because even though he can't hit home runs, he puts the ball in play. He is a good card. He's just not a good card for the format or for the current tournament. When the 87i is good. The AVK last week it was 9k per 9, which is, I don't know, fairly standard, and like 4 walks per 9. The weighted average for power is actually 66, so it's pretty low. Okay, so defense wins championships until it doesn't. So last year defense didn't matter, or defense mattered little. So how do I do this? How am I? See, this is where it's a challenge. Unless the ball just goes over the fence all the time, which it kind of does in the current meta. Yeah, I am not in a good position. I do not like this. How does this not work? Who is my? Oh, it's Davy Lopez. Wait a second. All right, team. We have, we have six positions and we have three guys. How do we not have Wub TF? All right, let's do some math. This is everyone's favorite part of the stream. So Davy Lopez is covering just one position. Cal Raleigh is covering one position. Assuming, subbing at DH isn't as important, that's three positions. So we have six cards, and we have two. We have six positions that we have to cover with three cards. So with that we should be able to fit everyone in. Okay, maybe that's true. Right, because Jody Reed shouldn't play second, and this is where it's like Jody Reed or Mark DeRosa. Jody Reed, I would say Mark DeRosa is better, and I think the data VR. I think it's the home runs for DeRosa and the contact. Because I have this Davy Lopez, which is basically my backup DH, which is probably not what I want. So if we're doing Jody Reed, then we probably drop Davy Lopez or Lopes, and we go look at someone. We go look at a Pow right fielder. Let's drop the filter on the outfield range. Nelson Cruz. Well, hold on. Let's see what the ratios were. Is 60%. Is 2/3 right-handed pitcher, so we want kind of a left-handed batter. So who's a left-handed or a switch batter? All Joey Gallo, Chipper, Wayne Gross. Build a lineup. Ben Zobrist. Actually, let's look at Wayne Gross. Let's look at Wayne Gross. Third base. Wayne Gross. Do I have a Wayne Gross? I don't have a Wayne Gross. Let's look in the market. Oops. 54. Let's take a look at him. Wayne Gross. I am here to shamelessly steal this roster. Good luck. Yeah, this looks like a good card. All right, we're gonna play Wayne Gross. I don't know where we're gonna play him, but we're gonna play him. Denny Hawking won't be backing up third base. We'll have Wayne Gross backing up third base. We'll have Denny Hawking backing up left field, and Siri backing up right field. 87, Win is 95, 77. What is his outfield ratings? 74 versus 77. Okay. Gallo's fine and right. We're gonna... Yeah. And then we're gonna have Wayne Gross here. We're gonna have Wayne Gross be our number one pinch hitter. Denny Hawking. Lots of switch hitters. And then running, we got Jose Siri. I don't think we're gonna want Denny Hawking. So yeah, can't wait to see Chipper's fielding stats at third base. Defense doesn't matter. We got Herman Long. What is it like? Was it 7/8 of the earth is covered by water, and the other eighth is covered by Herman Long? That is not the saying, or something like that. DA 186. I would recommend not playing Chipper. I'm just playing him because uh, sunk cost fallacy. Uh, because I bought him. Um, so yeah, so Herman Long. Yeah, that looks good. DeRosa probably not there. Let's put Chipper. Let's get some guys on base. Joey Gallo to knock him in. Gorman Thomas to knock him in. Let's then we have three batters who probably are going to strike out, and then Jimmy Wynn and Mark DeRosa. Yeah, I like this lineup. Redman 97, we're good. Stealing, anyone I have to concern about. Herman Long, probably don't want to steal as much. Overall strategy, the way I've been doing it is fairly less constrained than last year. We have good players, so I'm not sure I'm gonna build for without all my Ryan. Yeah, Jimmy Ryan is a good card. This is a best of 5, so whatever. This is probably good. I don't have any bullpen. Okay, back to the bullpen. All right. We have even less data. We're predicting really well. So let's look at some pictures. Gary Lavelle. I've seen this card come up a bunch. I don't know. Mickey Lalich. That's a lot of stamina for a reliever. That's kind of cool. I know Dylan Tate's been really well. I've personally been running like Funk and Wood a lot. If we go and look at what the ratios are, but considering probably there's going to be a lot of switch hitters, this number is probably going to go up. Wow, there are a lot of left-handed batters. But that's crazy. Pitching is definitely the biggest way to have a tune. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I feel, without any data kind of backing it up, that team composition matters more. Like I feel like last year you could kind of just throw out pitchers and they would just do, like, regardless of kind of the team you were pitching, they would do stuff. Like they would just go normally. Where this year it seems a little, I don't know. I haven't been that successful, so Marty Corneo. Yeah, so like people love playing these types of pitchers. If we go and look at like the home run rates and stuff, it's not clear if this number correlates to everyone playing, 74 or what. So, good questions all around. Who are we looking for? I forgot. Pitchers. Ace Adams. George Murray. Ace Adams. How come Ace Adams is in here? Oh, is he a starter? Ace Adams. He's a reliever. Oh, he's on the active roster. That's why. George Murray. Let's look at this George Murray card. I know last year, before everyone kind of knew what was happening, I got some really good advice to like play with floors. So like this is good because his stuff is above 50 or 60. And like the walks matter less for relievers just because they're either going to strike out or whatever. They don't face as many people. Like a starter with this much control is probably more of an issue. Like 70 control for McNally, who's a card I love, is probably really good. And I know a lot of people, they don't think this PBABIP matters, but at the same time, home runs I feel like don't matter. So I don't know. Everyone's gonna hit home runs, so I feel like the home run suppression isn't that crazy. Who's it? Wood and Funk and Dylan Tate. Let's look at those cards. Because they're probably who I'm going to be playing. MLB Live cards. Dylan Tate. I've seen a lot of good stat lines come from Dylan Tate. And again, it's the, control and home runs. He's pretty splitty, but like the strikeouts, they kind of, will just happen. Funk and Wood. Funk and Wood are, they're just non-live cards. Wilburwood. So this is another one where like the strikeouts don't matter, but he's gonna not walk a lot of guys and hopefully not give up as many home runs. So and then Funky Town. This is one where it's more of a flat profile, but again, it's still pretty splitty, which is I think a bit of the the challenge, and it's kind of why like I crank these up a little bit, because I feel like since the cards are more splitty, you want to prefer the matchups more. I don't know if it actually helps. I haven't really gone back and like looked at results. I haven't had a lot of time. This is probably the most time I've ever spent with. No, that's not true. The time when I do spend on the game, I struggle to go and do some in-depth analysis. So that's what I'm doing right now. Duggleby. Duggleby is definitely a card that has kind of showed up. Jumbo Elliott. Considering the amount of lefties, I think Jumbo Elliott's probably okay. How many pitchers do we have now? We have 9. We have 3 righties, 1 lefty, so probably Struggleby. All right, so let's. Bill Duggleby is another righty. Let's avoid that. Sid Fernandez is an interesting profile because it's like a high, low, low. But in super small samples, he's done okay. I think we will put in Mr. Elliott because again, I think like this is probably an okay profile. I kind of like this profile. My quick team is half irons. Yeah. I kind of like this profile. I kind of like Lily's profile. I also kind of like. Let's throw him in. So now what are we at? We're at 11 pitchers. We're at 3 and 3. Is Lily in the data? Lily isn't in the data. If you kind of see, like Ace Adams doesn't look as good, but he was the most used, so maybe this is more what you kind of expect from him. If we go look at predictions, let's see how crazy Gary Lavelle's price is. 9K for Gary Lavelle. Let's see. That is an odd profile. Very odd. Very, very odd profile. I'm not sure who to put. Kazava? Maybe? I have a Kazava. Kazava is an unsung hero. Yeah, let's do Kazava. I would say he's another lefty, so we have we have 4 lefties in the pen. Probably he's hit the threshold of 70 for pitching. Now that's just an arbitrary threshold, but it's just I need to replace Kingman, Schimpf, Ryan, and most of my pitching staff. Yeah, Braun's pitching is definitely kind of weak. So Wilbur Wood, he's probably going to be like a middle reliever. I would say I like Kazava as a stopper. I like Dylan Tate doesn't have the stuff for it. Ace Adams doesn't have the stuff for it. Frank Funk, probably put Frank Funk as a stopper. But even then, Frank Funk's super splitty, so maybe not. I think he's a middle relief used more often. Let's see. How's this set up? Dylan Tate, he's a middle reliever. We're going to go probably Wilbur Wood? Yeah, probably. Let's have someone with a little bit more strikeouts. Yeah, we're going to have two left-handed stoppers. So I'm going to get teed off in the late innings, which is great. Ted Lilly, long relief, middle relief. And then Ace Adams. That looks pretty good. Who has my most home run rates? How much data do you have on Tyler Anderson as an option? Not a lot. Like this is only last week's data that we're looking at here. So it's not a ton. This is just me making bad decisions in the morning, which is Tyler Anderson had 76, 79. He looked well. I don't know. I think I've used Tyler Anderson in the MLB Live or the live one, the live daily. Yeah, I've definitely used this card in the live. I think this kind of profile, the slanty. But I don't know. I'm kind of happy with this. Just toss it in, see what happens. I do need another long reliever, and I don't know who that's gonna be. Home run rate, Ace Adams. So Ace Adams is gonna be my high leverage guy because I don't want him to give up home runs. And then Dylan, Ace Adams is probably good. Zava, high leverage. Jimmy Q's my long man, does the trick. Get Darwinsian. I will not tolerate this random Red Sox all or nothing. I don't know. Typically, I like to have two long relievers. I haven't really looked too closely. That's probably what we can do after this. I'm going to leave it at this. Yeah. Copy this across. We're going to let Chipper bat both ways. Combine bat. Whoops. We're going to let Combine bat both ways. Jimmy Wynn is already a right-handed bat. Do we put in Hawking for Gallo? No. Gorman Thomas. We're just going to play this. Do I change this? Yes. Herman Long no longer is my number 9. He'll probably be there. This is where it gets kind of weak. Mike Redman. Let's do something like this. So if you throw a lefty against me, you're probably going to Mark DeRosa. That's not bad. Gorman Thomas. Joey Gallo, probably not. Something like this, maybe. Rory Combine. Jimmy Wynn. Chipper. Actually, Chipper probably. With that base running and I and all that jazz, it probably goes up there, and that kind of moves everyone down, I think. So a lot of 3 true outcomes coming up here. And then, is there anyone who has great sack bunt? Herman Long. Let's bump his sack bunt up a couple. And then bunt hit. Joey Gallo, probably not. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm not sure if it does anything, but you know. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think this is a team. I expect to be 4 min RB max BM 1968. This is not OOTP. What are you doing? Today's Friday, right? So I like to encode these Friday bronze by the week. Yeah, so good luck, everyone. Let's take a look at how bad some of my teams have done. That's why he's so unsung. Oh, how's Friday Low Silver doing? Has it? I guess it hasn't fired yet, or no, it fired late. Yeah, so KK, there's only one daily that has the same run environment as the Friday Bronze, and that's the daily early bronze. And even then, it'll probably change. Okay, I won game 1. I'd like my championship now, please. Scott Sanderson. Go rate my low silver team while you're in here. Oh, you don't want me rating. Okay, yeah. Where's Clarkston? This is DA's team. Blue Moon. Blue Moon's a good card. Home runs don't happen, though, so this is probably not the shape you're looking for. I think when I looked at the data from last week, it was like 0.5 home runs. Did you win game 1? You did win game 1. Congratulations. So yeah, it doesn't matter, but I guess you can see here, like, the 40 control is probably way too low. Babe Ruth, again, I think these are just generally kind of the wrong-ish shapes for the format, because it is, if you look in the top left here, it's 1927. I went with the best P-Babic guys I had. Okay. At least there's logic. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm being... I don't have any silver starters. Oh, Chimera, you silly goose. Let's see. Let's look at Chimera's team and see what he did. Where is it? If I remember. Oh my god. Here we go. Dave McNally. Yeah, that's a good card. Did I throw McNally? I thought I threw McNally. Yeah. Wally Bunker. Wally Bunker. Sorry, what do you mean by the run environment piece? Isn't it modern? Like, oh no, KK, we're looking at the Friday Low Silver now. The walks look like they matched modern, so I was hoping I could get away with low control, but maybe not. It could. I think DA, what happens though is that when things kind of shift around, you need emphasis goes to different ratings, I guess. So even if the walks are the same, I think what happens is yeah, I don't know. I'll have to double check, but yeah, Dave McNally is a good card. Wally Bunker, the 60 control is probably okay. 61. So like compared that to DA's team, whereas Like the 40 is probably too low-ish. 47 Babe Ruth is probably okay. But Lundgren, again, like this is probably too. No. Yeah, yeah. No, no worries, KK. Um, Governor Destroyers with 4 home runs in one game. I think what there was like. Oh, because he's facing. Oh. Oh, he's. Interesting. Against me. He got 4 home runs against you. Okay. That's a. Welcome to the engine, folks. Yeah, again, the 44. Yeah, it just. I don't know. 3 walks. So maybe it's pitch around. Let's see whose catcher is. Ramon Hernandez. That's probably, I don't know, a little below average. Bo Jackson apparently has a Bo Jackson with 2 home runs. He's eaten all the home runs in the first game. Nate Colbert, no stolen bases. Nate Colbert, 1 home run with 3 RBIs. Wait, how? I don't understand. How does? The game is silly. The game is very silly. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Well, I won again, so that's good. Dave McNally, who apparently is the GOAT, he went 9 innings. See, even at 76, like super small sample size, but yeah. Good, good. Everything's coming together. I went in an all PBABIP. So yeah, so let's go back and look at a few little of the series. The Clarkston series tied 1-1. So yeah, Ruth I would imagine is probably doing a bit better. I would maybe say your pitch around needs to be lower. I just lost game 2 with no homers. Yeah, so things kind of everyone's kind of let's see what Snails is doing. Snails is pitching Glavin. So yeah, unsure. You know, we're all trying to figure stuff out. We're all trying to figure stuff out. Let's see. Go back to Chimera. How did Wally Berger do? Wally Bunker. 9 innings, 130 pitches, game score. All good, good, good. 3 walks. And who's his catcher? Patsy Garrity. I think I was trying to play this card, but I didn't have him. Who did I play? Yasmani. Yasmani Grandel with no walks and 0 for 4. Yeah. So, right. I wanted to go check. I don't know what I want to check. I want to check. Probably going to be closing out soon. Oh, let's rip these packs and see how many perfect cards I can pull. Maybe if I watch good streams, I'll get the spark back and start meaningfully playing again. Mike, there are lots of good streams. Oh. If you ever want to feel better, we can chat and I can let you know about how bad my team is. All these cards are cards. None in missions. No, I have a therapist for that. Oh, Liam Hendricks. To the Moon. Tom Murphy. Tom Murphy's a pretty good card. Jason Burr. I've had pretty insane diamond luck, I would say. Just yesterday, I had 2 double diamond pulls, but they were both. Oh, it's not because I'm mad at the game or anything. It just hasn't grabbed me this year. Puppies are fun. I have a cat, or I have 2 cats. But yeah, I find the way PTCS has been structured. Ooh, Lance Berkman. Do I take this sell order? Cats are also wonderful, but we're an allergy household. Yeah, that's frustrating. My brother-in-law is allergic to cats, but his wife had a cat before him, so uh, he has to just be on allergy meds all the time. Um, in terms of the game engagement, I find it strange. It's a lot different than last year because last year, the flow, I guess, of like entering tournaments and weeklies and dailies and like, because I was primarily focused on weeklies, but right now, like I don't have the card pool for most of the weeklies, so it's not like I can enter in whatever 15 or what is it, 22 weeklies. And so it's like I'm sitting in dailies for probably 3/4 of the day, and I guess I could like I have a bunch of alts that I could run, but they're a little. Let's hold on to Lance Berkman. Let's be greedy. Actually, no. Let's sell this. Who wants a deal? I'll do 5369. Berkman's gonna get cheaper, probably. No cards. No cards. Okay. Um, let's take a look at an older tournament. But it just seems like I go to bed now and it's like I don't have any quicks going. I don't have anything else going. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm just sitting in tournaments and waiting for more data and things along those lines. Daily late bronze. Okay, let's take a look at daily late bronze. Let's close this sheet and let's take a look at daily late bronze. I lost in yeah, that's part of it. I think maybe another part is that the show is particularly fun. Yeah, I played a lot of the show back in 2020, and then last 2021, I played. I played this primarily in 2022. I played this, and now this is now the third year. But the show definitely looks a lot better. Uh, what are we in? We're looking at daily late bronze. Yeah, KK. That I think that's a bit of it. Like the quicks are definitely way more random. Uh, I someone suggested that they're gonna start playing the Iron best of fives just because even though it's like a worse payout, it at least like feels more compelling. So yeah, there's that, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, I sucked in this tournament. Whatever. Do I not have enough batters? Did I lose people in my roster? No, they have 26 people. Weirdly, I think the choice packs make tournaments less engaging, even if the rewards are generally better. Yeah, you don't really know what card you're getting, and you don't really know the tournament card pool. Like, it would have been kind of good maybe for next year or maybe later. Well, I guess the Rob Dishnet used to do. I think when the new tournament batch came out, he went and did like a tournament. He at least showed the tournament batch cards, I think. But like when you and Warbot and Kidneys did like here are all the tournament batch cards, I think that's like that would get people more engaged because I think a lot of people don't quite know what the rewards are. Like I don't know what the rewards are, even though I won a perfect draft, which was kind of helped build my team. See, Mr. Audit, I have Jody Reed here. He played 2 games. Got a 400 OPS. He's obviously not a very good card. The low diamond choice packs are rough too. Jody Reed, -1 WRC. I thought Jody Reed was a good card. Roy Cullenbine, 1998. Okay, let's take a look. Well, that and obviously good rewards motivated me to actually bother putting a roster together for a new format. Yeah, I think they're early on. It's kind of weird because you don't want to have too much power creep and stuff, so it's a little challenging. So this is 1998. This is only 2 tournaments, but it doesn't look much different. Like the Ks are a little bit lower. Um, Home runs are a little bit lower. Walks are a little bit lower. And I think this is what people have been saying is like they've been basically you could basically run the same lineup. I think in the 1998 late bronze and the other one. Um, just looking at these like peripheral stat lines, like yeah. So I think like all the tournaments kind of feel the same, and it's I think in like previous years they had like a really interesting funnel where you would go from like best of 7 dailies or best of 7 quicks to best of 7 dailies to best of 7 weeklies, and you can kind of as you get if you want to dive really deep into a format, you could do that, and you could do it at a very low cost in terms of time way by doing the quicks. And then once you had a good feeling for it, you could then go into the dailies. And once you had a good feeling for that, you could then go into the weeklies. And now with all these different options and stuff, it's kind of like it's like going to a restaurant instead of like, having, 12 items on the menu. Now you have 100 and you're kind of just like, well, what do I do? And so it's kind of funny because I feel like we've all asked for this and we have it and we're like, oh, I don't know. Um, but we'll see. Um, I think for meta players, it's definitely it's a bit to get used to. But I don't know people who are just focused on bronze or silver or gold. Like I wonder how they feel, or irons. Um, so yeah, nothing particularly pops out. I would say Jimmy Ryan number one, Columbine number two, Teixeira, Wilkerson. The fact that Thomas is low, that's probably just where he's going to sit, and all these guys will probably go lower, except maybe Jimmy Ryan. Um, Kingman, good. Yeah. For pitching, all over the place, but yeah, you can see a lot of people playing Jumbo Elliott. Johnny Antonelli, that's another card I've kind of seen, but um, nothing really kind of popping out. I guess like maybe pitching is probably the biggest because you like usually people would play Oral, they'd play Lundgren. People aren't playing that Stroman. And like for projections, Dave McNally everywhere, Wally Bunker everywhere. Spec Shea, he was another card that I think I played. Um, but yeah, to me, I don't know. McNally just is popping up as a really good card in all sorts of different projections. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want me to do, chat? Shoe on head or whatever, even though I don't have webcam. I ripped my 5 packs. Let's go take one last look at the silver. And I think that's going to be a stream. Actually, can we do a perfect draft? Hot tub stream. Yeah. I do have a Steam Deck, and I do have a oh wait, hold on. Apparently I got bounced from a perfect draft. Friday OOTP error. Let's go into this. I guess only in progress. What did I get bumped from? Friday back to basics. That wasn't a very strong draft. Didn't really have a good feel for it. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost in round one. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, this was not a very Not a very strong. Who did I lose to? Gus might invite mod check. I got 4-0 bounced in that draft too. Hello, kidneys. How are you today? Yeah, this looks like that's a lot of pitching to be invested in. Moon to spin. What is that Zoomer lingo when you convert it to millennial speech? These are all good cards. Hank Lever, Bernie Carbo, Zanino. These are all good cards. It's an emote. You're spinning towards freedom. I guess we'll do a perfect draft because otherwise, if I turn this off and then walk away, I'm never gonna be. I'm never gonna draft that card. Do I have a spreadsheet for this? No, I don't. I could pull it, or we could just wing it. I'm tired of looking at spreadsheets. Let's wing it. Twitch does perfect draft. 2008. So 2008. Presumably that means. Hold on. What does 2008 mean? 2008. You know, still 5 pitchers. Okay, nothing necessarily rocket science. Oh, that's a great emote. Well, I think we're going to take bets. I hear he's a good card. A-Rod. Oh, they actually made like a fake A-Rod. Yeah, we're going to take A-Rod. 3.5 pitchers. Okay, interesting story. Do we take Mr. Brian Giles, who struggles in left field, or do we take Mr. Ryan Braun, who presumably... Oh, this is actually a challenging one. Vladdy kind of does well, but those ratings. Look at the Gold Glove ratings. Giles much better? Probably. Yeah, that's just too good. Pitchers. Well, we can do Granderson and Howard, I guess. Let's not care about pitching yet. Could do Michael A. Taylor. I feel like Granderson's okay. We need some pitching, though. Please. Please give me some pitching. Good gracious. 1 game 3 behind in the low silver, behind Lundgren and 7 walks. Yeah, if you can like pitch around, that's fine. This is no bueno. I guess Rasmussen. Take the other Giles brother, Marcus Giles. They're brothers? I know nothing about baseball. I kind of didn't bother with baseball. Yeah, okay. No, it's a second baseman. We need one. But what we need is some pitching. This Mitch Garver card hits the ball but can't catch. That looks like a card. I don't need a backup shortstop. I need a third baseman. Matt Chapman. Let's go Gold Glove. That actually plays. It was also the year we had robo umps, so catcher abilities. Kidneys living in a fictional reality. Mike Zanino, that's a good card. Tony Gonsolin. Yeah. Andrew Kashner. Probably want to play Kashner. Chris Young is okay. Oh yeah, Chris Young is good. Yeah. Automatic Chris Young. These cards. Lizardo. That's bad. Eggs slightly runny. Gotta go cook breakfast. Riot on your hands. Riots. Schwarber as a... Yeah, let's DH Schwarber. Perfect. Oh, here's the hop guy that I picked up for low silver. Man, this is not good. Kelvin Escobar in the pen. Carlos Beltran, but we need a third baseman. No, no, we have a third baseman. We need pitching. We need so much pitching. Currently, Kelvin Escobar is SP number 3. I have Schwarber DHing. Or I think I do. He should be DHing. Yeah, Schwarber's DHing. I don't need another DH. I need pitching. So Darvish is good. I guess Beltran if he played more than one position. I don't really need another pitcher or another DH. I don't really need another DH. Gurrier. Let's go with Gurrier, I think. Normal breakfast of ice cream. Urquidy is an SP 5. Felipe Lopez always shows up on my sheets for some reason, but I don't trust it. Carl Edward Jr. Kopech. How do you think I maintain this body? Kopech is probably okay as a reliever. Oh no, Wood is the pick. Alex Wood all day. We now have 8 pitchers. Ha ha ha. None of these guys. Oh, here's Leonis Martin. If we want, and we are at 8 catchers. Pick Tisweezy. Is that Swarzak? Who's Tisweezy? Teixeira? Okay, we're gonna not really be pay attention. Prado's good. Miles McCollus. I think I need to take Narvaez. I need more pitching still. Brebbia is good. Okay. How bad is our backups now? So we need a backup shortstop. Kyle Schwarber is playing the infield and left field. And we need 3 pitchers. We need 3 pitchers and middle infielders. Do we have any middle infielders? We have Master Buni. He's come to save the day. Jake Junis, that looks okay. I think Scott Alexander. Probably Scott Alexander. 2 starts. That's just silly. Maybe everything's broken. Who knows? I'm playing McNally in low silver. Chimera's playing McNally in low silver. McNally's a good card. Lupin Louie probably has ridiculous splits, so. Well, the hot take is you're wrong, kidneys. It's a great card for your opponents to not hit home runs off of, okay? Yeah. Home runs don't matter, you know. That's obviously categorically false, so everything I say, don't believe me. I guess Brazier. And then who's really here? Got Teixeira backing up. That's why is Schwarber? Oh, he does have catcher ability. That's crazy. Martin just casually playing untrained right field. Let's take this guy, unless Jonah Bride is super utility. No. Does Rios? Oh, Rios. No, Rios is the pick. My strategy going all in on Bob is not working. I was more mad I can't make G-Man Choi catch. That's pretty crazy. Uh, they should go back and put G-Man Choi as a switch hitter. They had a card that did that, right? I think. I know the show did that, and people were very upset. Um, yeah, let's see how this team is. Ooh, that's that's a lot of having to fix stuff. Rios is gonna play both. Master Boney's gonna play there. I thought I had. Oh, Rios is playing first. And ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Yes, this is how I'm gonna do this. Rios. Oh, I messed up. I messed up good. I messed up very good. I thought. No, no, I messed up. We're gonna have some problems. I got issues. I got issues. Go all in on I. I and home runs. Master Boney is not going to go in. Martin is going to run. Schwarber is not going to hit. We're going to have Rios. And that's it. Yeah, this is how we're gonna go. We will. What do we need to do? Yeah, that's not bad. I think this will be fine. This will be fine. It's all good. Iron power hitters, BABIP, and stuff pitchers. Rasmussen, and then we got this guy. Wait, Callum Escobar is a starter? No, Callum Escobar is not a starter. That's a trap. That right there, that's a trap. Put Alex Wood. Escobar is going to be our stopper, high leverage. Come in early. Do his thing. Urquidy, probably mill earlier. Liberator. That's a good long reliever. Let's throw some mop up in there. Brazier. Never fails. Loop. Probably specialist. Yep. I kind of agree with that. Gurrier could probably be a stopper. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see how this works out. Okay. Let's one last check-in of the silver team, and then who else? Probably go stream or raid I Rock This. Why doesn't the game let me start Anthony Rizzo? Good question. Good question all around. Ooh, daily bronze cap. I should probably look at that. But I do not have the energy. 2 hours of spreadsheets is enough for one day. Aha! Victory. Let's see Dave McNally giving up all those home runs. He gave up 0 home runs. Categorically false. Did my pitchers not have any fatigue issues? Well, okay. They might. Scott Sanderson. Ted Lilly in relief. Getting hit around a little bit. But bench wrongs dominate. Look at all these substitutions. I feel like my prefer batting matchups +2 is a little aggressive, but maybe not. Maybe this is the right play. You know, having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 substitutions. Maybe it's the right play. Maybe it's the right play. Let's check out on the A's team and Clarkston Cougars. Their series is tied 2-2. Let's check out Chimera. Their series is tied 2-2. Let's check out Dab City. Dab City in here. Dab. Let's check Fabtron's team. Let's see. Chappie McFarland. Now this is a card. This is a card. I don't know. I feel like... What is this? This is the Friday Low Silver. Bobby Shantz. I could see this card working. Yeah, you did skip it. Barry Zito's probably not the card for this, but who knows? Home run. Ben Big PP package. 1 in 6. Yes, the 5-man rotation. This is perfect. All right, let's see Snailman's team. Oh. Tom Glavine. Oh. Come on. This is going to crush the client. No. Tom Glavine. Snail won his series. Case pattern. These would not be the cards that I'd play, but that's fine. And then, what's Hamlet's team? Where is it? My mind is gone to mush right now. Well, let's see our friend Astor. Ishmael Valdez. New Orleans, right. That's a pretty good card. Gary Nolan. That's a pretty good card. Bobby Shantz. That's a pretty good card. New Orleans. Crescents. Cole Hamels. That's a card. I like that. Ron Garland. Solid card. Probably the shape you'd want for 1927. I don't know. Bo Jackson, Ernie Witt, Joey Gallo, Jeremy Giambi. This is a card that kind of popped up. Bernie Carbo, Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper in center. Interesting. Oh, those are really good ratings. Time to put a buy order in for this card. I like this card. Waste away all my money. Actually, I should probably put something a little higher. Where is it? Let's put something a little that may get a bite. Yeah. Okay. So thanks everyone for hanging out this Friday morning. I think we're going to raid I Rock This. I Rock This. So cheers and see